I'm Dr. Dolores Carmichael, and we're here delving into the mind of a superhero. So, today we have GamaRay. GamaRay, I know this is difficult, unmasking and all, and I really commend you for your bravery.
Thank you.
So, where should we start? How are you feeling right now? Is there any prognosis on your diagnosis of, and I'm so sorry to hear, your cancer?
The doctor said I have a year if I'm lucky left. It's okay.
And how does that make you feel?
Like a man who has stage 4 cancer in every part of his body.
So understandable.
Yeah.
And your relationship with said person who gave you this cancer.
I don't want to name any names except any toes, but me and Craig, we've I hated him at one point, but I had a therapist tell, completely unrelated to me, they got stage 4 cancer in every part of their body, but they said I should practice forgiveness. I forgave him. I named my daughter after him. He's the godfather to my daughter, and it's hard.
Well, you really are a superhero, aren't you? And speaking of superhero, since you don't really have any superpowers, how exactly do you defeat your foes?
Well, I'll get back to that, but I do have powers. I can turn anything into any other material. That's pretty cool. I can predict the weather, and I do help a lot. It's all in my brain. Like a lot of heroes wouldn't have to listen for me. Harvest Lord, he can summon food, but those crops are bad. Sometimes they're diseased. I help with that. I help cure them. I help send ships into space. Ask NASA, they know me. But how I defend my heroes? 2 ways. My first is this: a sword. And let's say by some divine will, they are immune to swords. Being an American, a problem as I am, I own a firearm. So if any villain survives that, then I run very fast. I have like 3-minute mile time.
Well, that's very interesting. So not only do you help with lots of things, you can defend yourself just fine.
Yeah.
Except from cancer. So I'm sure you've probably been asked this question before, but there's one thing you're missing that most superheroes have, and that's an epic costume. Yes.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me why you don't have one?
Long story. So I didn't really want to become a hero, but after my diagnosis, I decided I wanted to put some good into the world. And I'm homeless now. That job, I used to work in a sweatshop, and they were just hauling uranium from place to place.
I got you, kid.
Harvest Lord?
All right, where do we need to go?
There's a trash chute to our left, right? My left. On 3 we go. 1, 2, 3. My left. We go to my left.
What's the difference?
What's the... Okay, look. Hold your hands out. In your head, 2 L's, right? You see how you make 2 L's with your hands?
So what now?
After that incident, I was a scapegoat, and it was all bad. So I wear this mask, not for my own safety, but if anyone sees my face, it's a whole thing. You'll find out later, probably in about 4 to 5 months.
Okay, should I be concerned?
Probably.
Okay then.
Let's continue on, though. The interview's going great.
Okay. Is there any loves in your life?
That's a very complicated one. When I first got diagnosed, my wife left me.
Oh.
But that's how things are. No one owes you to stay with you during your toughest times. But luckily, we talked about it. I grew as a person. I was a very angry person after my diagnosis, but we're on good talking terms now.
So you're not together though, but you've remained friends, is what you're saying.
Oh, I wouldn't say we remained friends, but we're getting close. We're getting close.
Getting close. I kind of hear some undertones there, but maybe we'll learn about that more later. So every great superhero has a sidekick. Could you tell us a little bit about yours?
Well, I didn't really want a sidekick, but I decided to get one. He works for NASA. I'm very proud of him. He is actually my brother-in-law, or I'll talk about my wife later. But
interesting.
He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. I plan to let him take up the mantle after I, yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll delve into that a little bit more. And as far as villains go, do you have many? One in particular?
Well, as a superhero, the main thing every hero wants is a villain. But again, I went to therapy and they said that I was bottling up all my emotions, and I just tried talking to all of mine, so I don't really have any. If I do have any, they usually have cancer, not related to me at all. I had one. It was Mothman, but it was more of a thing where like he shouldn't exist. I'm all science based. There's no way a Mothman should exist. But I talked to him about it, stabbed him. We're in good terms now.
Well, that's quite interesting. I don't think I've ever heard a story quite like that. Well, GamaRay, this was a very insightful and interesting interview. I really enjoyed how well you seem to have adjusted to your prognosis.
Well, speaking of Prognosis, I'd probably see a doctor. I should be going, but
Wait,
I would.
Why should I see a
Well, if you see
doctor?
my face, you instantly get irreparable
Wait,
cancer.
what? Wait, no,
I'll be
don't.
seeing you later,
No, wait, hold
It's been
on.
an amazing interview.
No,
Thank you
stop.
so much.